The Cleve Carney Art Gallery promotes local talent and collaborates with area artists in many disciplines. This past fall, Justin Witte became the new curator for the gallery. We welcome him now to the show. Justin, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us what it was about the Cleve Carney Gallery that enticed you to become part of it.
Well, the Cleve Carney Art Gallery at the College of DuPage has a long history in Chicago as one of the premier places to exhibit if you're an artist. There's a great amount of support in the space. They put on a great exhibition. They put together an amazing exhibition catalog. So as an artist and someone in the arts, I was very aware of the gallery. So when the opportunity came, I jumped on it. It was an amazing opportunity.
And you just opened a new exhibit, which is just, for lack of a better term, electrifying.
Absolutely, absolutely. We just opened last week Claire Ashley's exhibition, Lumpy Morsels, Hot Rocks, which is actually an exhibition of large-scale inflatable sculptures. So the gallery, which is 1,800 square feet, is completely filled floor to ceiling with these large-scale, brightly painted sculptures. It's an amazing landscape in this space.
And not only because there are so many of them, are they in the gallery, you also have one outside the gallery.
Right, the one out, we do have a giant, I would almost call it mountain-sized sculpture in the sculpture courtyard outside the gallery, kind of towering over the entrance. And you can even see it as you drive into the campus. It's amazing.
So tell me how you and Claire got together to create this exhibit.
Well, I've known Claire for a number of years in Chicago as an artist. And so when I started this past September, her exhibition was already scheduled, but there wasn't any plans yet for the exhibition. So I met with her through a series of studio visits. We looked at the work she was making, and we figured out what was the most exciting way we could take that work and put it in the gallery. So from those meetings, she went on and created the pieces. That she made over 30 new large-scale sculptures just for this exhibition. She would sew them in her tiny studio, not much bigger than this room, and then inflate them in her yard to see how they worked, how large they were. And then we would be in conversation of which pieces might work best in the space. So we did that for a number of months, and then when it came to install, she came in with all these deflated, colored canvas tarps, turned on a bunch of fans and motors, and all of a sudden the space was filled with these enormous, beautiful sculptures.
And they're varying sizes because there are some that are smaller.
Yeah, the scale goes from about a foot, 2 feet across to the one that's in the courtyard, which is probably 25 feet tall. And the effect is a really full landscape in the space. So there's a lot of small detail with those small pieces, but then there's mountain-sized, boulder-sized pieces that make you feel like you've completely immersed in this experiential exhibition.
And let's talk about the name of the exhibit, because it's a little unusual.
Yeah, it is an unusual name, Lumpy Morsels, Hot Rocks. But I think there's something in that name and also in the idea of inflatable sculptures that's very much in line with who Claire is as an artist and a person. She's very playful. She likes the idea that her work is approachable. You can come in, you can actually touch these sculptures. They kind of move a little bit with the wind or when you walk by them. So there's a playfulness to it, but also she's a little bit subversive, also in a fun way. So normally when you think of a gallery, it's kind of this pristine white space and you're not supposed to touch the work, and it's kind of intimidating. She likes to undermine that by having kind of, these exuberant pieces that you can come up and touch. And then a name like Lumpy Morsels, Hot Rocks is also kind of silly and fun. So it helps makes it more approachable and more accessible.
And it's very inviting because you can't avoid, as you kind of weave your way through the gallery, as you said, brushing against a piece of art and interacting with it.
Absolutely. Last week when the show opened, as people were bumping against the sculptures, they're kind of vibrating a little bit. People are hiding behind different parts. It made for a really fun atmosphere, really great environment within the gallery.
So opening night, you did something unique and incorporated dancers into the pieces of art.
Right. So at the opening, we actually had 4 dancers that were zippered inside of 4 of her sculptures. So in addition to the movement that naturally happens in these pieces as people were walking by, these ones were actually activated, moving and rolling around the space. it was kind of surprising to some people, but also again made it a very exciting atmosphere in the gallery. We like to do events like that at all of our openings to bring in other artists to collaborate, like dancers or singers or working with different writers. So we can reach out to as many different artists in the community as possible. And it's great because all of the gallery's events are free and open to the public. So it's a real platform to share all the different creative things going on in the Chicago area.
And also kudos to you for being named one of the top 10 exhibitions taking place this winter by the Chicago Tribune.
Yes, thank you. That's really, really great to be included on that list with some really amazing art spaces in the city. But you know, I think it's because we deserve it. We do great projects out there at the Cleve Carney Art Gallery. And it's just a wonderful asset to the community because it's there. We're open Monday through Thursday and on Saturdays. It's free to the public. And it really is one of the top exhibition spaces in the city, as evidenced by that list.
And I wanted to touch upon the fact that music is also a big part of it, but we unfortunately have run out of time.
Oh, okay.
So we can't do that. So we'll direct people to come visit you at the Cleve Carney Art Gallery on the college campus of College of DuPage in Glen Ellen.
Yep, and if you're curious about any of our programming, you can go to our website, which is clevecarneygallery.org, and there's a full list of upcoming events and exhibitions.
Well, we wish you much success in your new position.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks for being with us, Justin.